I'm going to welcome everybody to this special one-time episode of Retro Game Club Frenchpet Nerd Noise Radio. I think that's all of them. Yeah, I'll say it in a different order next time. So I'm Hugh. Joining me, we got, of course, Rob.
Hi, I'm here.
Yes, and Zach.
Hello.
And St. John.
Hello.
And Frenchpet Will.
Hi, bonjour. Comment ça va? Ça va bien?
Ça va bien. Yeah. So we are going to be playing a game called The Price is Wrong. So on this game, we have 4 contestants. You notice there are 4 people besides me who are going to try and guess the price without going over of items on eBay. Because I'm super lazy, we have 6 items, and these are all things that appear in eBay searches I have set up. These are not necessarily things I'm looking for, but they're things that show up on perhaps other things I am looking for. And at the end, we'll have a winner, whoever gets the most rounds right, but also whoever has the net closest bid overall. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It will at the end, I hope. We'll figure it out.
I should mention this is likely season 6, episode 1.
It likely is, yes.
AKA episode 164.
Possibly, yes.
Yes.
There will be a quiz afterwards.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there going to be a showcase showdown?
No, there is not going to be. I don't have nearly that much preparation. I did watch half an episode of The Price is Right last night to prepare. My oldest kid who's in college is always like mortified at 80s Price is Right because they'll bring out like a car, to bid on, and there'll only be 4 digits in the price of the car.
Yeah.
And the first digit is not a 9.
Yeah.
Those sorts of things, yeah. And then you realize some products have actually not changed price at all since the 80s, which is kind of amazing too.
So not to derail, but I was watching yesterday with my family, and they had a Switch with 5 first-party games, and I was like, oh, that's easily $700, and it was like $300 or $400. I was like, they just make this up as they go.
Yeah. Yes. Well, yeah. And so, okay. So the other rule here is bid order. First time around is just going to be the order I have it on the spreadsheet where I'm keeping track of the prices. After that, whoever wins a round goes first the next round, because I figure whoever bids last has a big advantage over everybody else. Because you can bid $1. I did watch The Price is Right once where like the second to last person bid $1 and then the next person afterwards bid $2.
I've seen that one.
Okay, yeah. Not a good strategy if you're second to last. All right, so let me bring up the first item. Let's see if I can use this Google spreadsheet. There it is. Can you all see that?
So you got to explain it for the listeners.
I will explain for listeners. This is the description, original key for Nintendo GameCube store kiosk display or display kiosk. So this is not a kiosk or a GameCube kiosk sampler. This is a key that may or may not open a GameCube display kiosk.
I hate the answer already.
So the description is this is an original key that goes to a GameCube store display kiosk, free shipping. And for the listeners, it is a nondescript key. This could open literally anything.
Or nothing.
Or nothing. But this is, as you may know, I'm a big fan of GameCube kiosk samplers. So this shows up every time I search. So this is going to go in the order that I wrote names on the spreadsheet. Rob, you're up first.
I'll go $7.99. $700.99. $799. Yes, sorry.
$799.99.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, all right. How do I spreadsheet rounded it up? Okay, Zach.
Wow. I was going to say $20 because that seems unreasonable. But
Zach, 20. St. John.
Well, I'm thinking of the fact that the name of the game is The Price is Wrong, is that these prices are probably never going to be reasonable. So I'm going to go ahead and say $689.02.
6, 8, 9, and 02 cents. Okay.
Yes.
And Will.
Sorry, Rob. I'm gonna have to go 800. So it's,
And that's
They
the
do that on the
strategy of
Price is
going
Right.
last. You kind of have to. Yeah.
You have to. Well, okay, so and I had this, okay, this is me being not organized. The actual asking price for this loose key is $97.49.
Wow.
I will note this is actually a buy it now.
Oh,
I will, hold on, I can put the links here in. I should add the links to the chat. Which, there's a window here that says chat, right? Anyone wants to see this item? It is actually
if you
discounted.
want to buy it.
If you want to buy it. If any of you are like, oh man, I got this kiosk that I can't open. But yeah, this is one that's shown up for me about 100 times because it's strangely they're never able to sell it.
Yeah.
All right, so that means let's look at the old sheet here. So the winner of this round would be Zach. With the
Don't let it go
lowest
to your head.
difference.
That's
So it would be Zach followed by John, then Rob, then Will.
I thought I was maybe way off, but
It's
So did we.
beginner's
It's
luck.
discounted from $130, so it's actually a deal.
It is a bit
I think
of a
you
deal.
posted that key because you do the show notes. I think maybe you might have set us all up, Zach.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, that is a dream item of mine though to buy one of these kiosks. All right, so second item. We'll page down. There we go. This typos are included in this. Flashback: The Quest for Identity. Sega CD instruction manual only. No game or case. So the full description is Flashback. Sega CD is instruction manual. Manual only. See photo for overall condition. Oh, I don't know how you pronounce that one. actually.
Conditon.
There it is, yes. Vintage and smoke-free home. So it's a vintage home.
Yes, I picked up on that too.
This is an unacceptable description in a post Chat GPT world. Like this would take 2 seconds to
Yeah.
fix.
To describe this properly. So just for the background, I have a copy of Flashback for Sega CD with no manual, but I have the case, and I do actually legitimately want to purchase this manual, but not for the price they're asking for. That's the only hint I'll give. Who finished last time? That was Will. Will, you get the honor of... no, you get a bid last. So, Zach, you're the winner. You have to go first.
Okay. I think this person knows what they have, and they want $299 for it. $299.
$299. Okay. Who was second least off? That would be St. John.
Oh, okay.
$199. And that takes us to Rob.
I'm gonna go $89.
Okay. 89. I'll put in the spreadsheet. Okay, and Will, you get the honor of going last.
I'll try to keep it lower this time. I'll say like $70.
$70. All right, let me look at the actual price. Oh, everyone has gone over.
Oh no.
This person does not know what they have.
Yeah, everyone has gone over. So we have to start over. So what was the order again? Zach, you're first.
I will go. What was the lowest bid?
The lowest bid was 70.
$49.99.
$49.99. And John, I believe you were second.
Well, so you've already indicated that you would like this, but not for the price they're asking, so it can't be too low. I would say $65. Zero.
And 0 cents. Okay.
Yeah.
And Rob,
I will go for an even 40.
even 40. Okay. And Will,
$1.
$1.
$1.
$1. And I will share this link as well. The actual price for this loose manual, $22.95.
So that means Will.
That means Will wins.
But for $22, Hugh, just buy the dang thing.
Yeah, actually, this price makes sense to me.
I think for a loose manual that is about $16 too high.
So what's the rationale behind this? Like, it's like you want to make a complete box, so then
I
you
want to
can
make a
sell
complete,
the complete box on eBay. Is that what like?
No.
Is that why you would buy this for like 20? Not you, but specifically, but I mean like the resellers.
Yes, yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
The only way to get cheaper prices than this is to buy a lot of manuals and then sell the rest.
Let's okay, so let's see what it goes for complete in box. I mean, okay,
90.
I'm finding a no, I'm seeing a CIB for $54.99. So maybe Hugh's onto something here.
Yeah, I don't think this is a...
Oh, 90 is brand new, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think this is a hugely sought after game. And not every auction of the game, the prices are completely ludicrous. There's some are just, they're just odd items. All right, so I'm going to go on to the next item. This one more for the condition than anything else. All right, actual game I'm looking to purchase.
Wow.
ECW Anarchy Rules with a Z for Sega Dreamcast. Tested authentic. The description in the auction is just a description of the game itself. It does say Dusty Rhodes. Is Dusty Rhodes, does he ever wrestle in ECW?
I don't think so, but he might have popped in. I don't think so. I don't remember seeing him ever in ECW.
Okay.
My fandom of wrestling was so short-lived. I only knew him as Goldust.
Yeah, that's Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, see. Okay, that just kind of actually proved my point even more that I was thinking of the wrong guy.
Yes. So this is a Dreamcast. Now, this particular game for the viewers, one, the person holding it is double jointed, which is just sort of weird.
Whoa.
Ew, yeah.
I didn't see that.
Their thumb is at a 90-degree angle. Yeah.
It is. The game itself appears to be in pretty awful condition. It's missing the manual, which is probably $22 separately. I don't know. The game is the case is pretty close to destroyed, and there's numerous stickers on the case. So this was bought used at EB Games, and then possibly bought somewhere else because looks like there's another sticker that sealed it at one point.
Mm. I think it lives up to the name Anarchy Rules myself.
Yes, it certainly looks bad.
This is the player one. This is that one.
I'm trying to think. I have not played this.
Yeah, I haven't played this either. Yeah.
Based off like the Warzone, the WWF ones, or
it is not the same engine.
Okay, it's a different engine.
Well, I know it's Acclaim. It could be the same engine. I gotta check because Dreamcast. I have the other one. I have a Hardcore Revolution, which is a fairly common game. For whatever reason, Anarchy Rules, I think because it came out towards the very end of the Dreamcast life cycle, is a little bit harder to get.
I think every game came out at the very end of the Dreamcast life cycle.
Pretty much. Sonic Adventure was one of the late games for the system.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I don't know what this, and again, this other sticker that's on it, I don't really know what the deal with that is, but let's go ahead and take some bids here. Who won last round? Will, you won last round, so you get to the honor of going first.
There's like a psychology behind it, so it's like if you're too tone deaf to realize that your hand is absolutely disgusting, you're gonna put it in the picture, and you kind of have the I know what I have. I'll say $40. $40. Yeah.
Yes. I'll also note that this guy's fingernails are disgusting.
Anarchy Rules.
It's a mess all around, and he's married. I don't know if you're catching that detail from the hand as well. So there's a lot going on in that hand pick. Mm-hmm. Who was second last time around? I gotta look.
I think it was Rob.
Rob, it is Rob. Yes.
Oh. I'll go 30 on this one. We all went so high last time.
Yes. 30, and then next up is I I have a spreadsheet to help me, and I still can't figure stuff out. Actually, Zach, you're next.
Okay. I don't know which I know less about, wrestling or the Dreamcast, but I guess that's not what this game is about. So I'll just wing it. I'll say 75.
75. And St. John.
Okay, so our bids right now are 40, 30, and 75.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and go 20.
20. Okay. Well, I will share the link with everyone here. The actual asking price, $64.95.
Wow.
Okay.
$64.95 for this one.
He doesn't even show you the other side of the disc.
Of the disc. Yeah, that's... I maybe should have noted that, but I think that would have dropped prices even lower.
That's just wretched.
The funny thing is, if this is an auction you look for, like, there's a European version of this game that, like, some dude has a pallet of. Like, there's all these auctions where he has, like, just cartons of the European version for not a lot of money. But I believe that the Dreamcast is region locked, right?
I was just going to ask you that.
I feel like it probably is.
Well, it would be PAL anyway, right? That would kind of make it weird.
So that is 2 wins in a row for Will.
Seller has great feedback, though.
Okay, well, yes.
What do you know what the rationale behind this being like costing that much money is? Like, is Chris Benoit on it or something, or?
No, there's other ones for $25 with everything.
Okay.
So
I think it's for his surgery for his thumb.
Yeah.
Well, the PlayStation version is like $25. The Dreamcast version is, because I've had this in my search list for a while. It seems like people think it's incredibly rare. So, I don't know if the Dreamcast version is really any better than the PlayStation version. Maybe it's a little bit better. It's probably the same game engine and not that much different. But if you look, like, people sell the loose CD for like $40. I don't know if they ever get that, but they're certainly trying. All right, next item. So we're up to 4 items. Let me make sure I'm still recording, and I am. Good, okay. Sorry, I have like many windows open. I'm bad at managing many windows. Whoops. Skipped ahead. There we go. Doom 2, Atari Jaguar box only collector's enthusiast homebrew. Doom 2
What?
Atari Jaguar, box only. No game, no inserts, collector's enthusiast homebrew. I will note, for everyone's benefit, Doom 2 is not a game that was made for the Jaguar.
Thank you for the clarification.
Right. Because I
didn't know, you can't tell like when you're reading that.
Well, right. It's an interesting thing. So this is, from what I can tell, they made a box for a game that doesn't exist. It is in English, French, and I believe German. The description of Doom on the back. Of Doom 2, sorry, a game that does not exist for the Atari Jaguar. So this is if you would like to purchase a box.
It looks like
for
German.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the clue is that it says homebrew.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a homebrew box.
Yes, right. They brewed it at home.
Yes. It is a homebrew box because this game does not exist.
So there. Okay, never mind. I
go.
don't even care anymore.
Okay. So there we go. Doom 2, box only. Game does not exist. Will, you were first.
I guess I go first. So a guy printed a box. So in the real world, it should be plus shipping maximum $7. In eBay world, I will say the guy is asking $37 for this box.
$37. Okay. I gotta do the math on who's next. -20. I guess Zach, you're next. You were next closest.
Okay. I mean, it looks like a pretty good box, but I don't know what you're going to do with it. I say $25.
$25. All right. Next round is Rob.
I'm going to shoot for the moon on this one. I'm going to go $1,000.
Okay. $1,000.
Yes.
All right.
It's very rare.
And John, you are next.
I'm going to shoot for the troposphere and say $100.
$100. I think I'm debating what I do with this one. I think I will go with rounding on this one. The actual asking price is $24.99. I will spot Zach the penny.
I was gonna do the $24.99 and I got lazy.
I will spot you the penny on that.
Much
one.
appreciated.
Give a penny, take a penny. Give me 1 second.
I won't. I don't get the $100 for getting it exact though.
You do not get $100 for getting it exact because it was not exact. But I will accept minor rounding errors. And the seller is Neo Geo for the People, by the way. I thought that was a good seller name.
100% feedback.
100% feedback, yeah. They sell a lot of oddball things. 'Cause I think they sell other boxes like for things that don't exist, and some sealed games and some like actual homebrew like Jaguar games that people printed. I should have included this game, Atari Jaguar Mutant Camels, just for the box art. I don't know if you want to see some really disturbing Atari Jaguar box art, I'll include that one.
See, this price, again, doesn't seem crazy to me because it's the only one on there. So it's very unique.
Right, but you're also, I guess for me, it's buying a box for
nothing.
Like nothing.
Yeah.
It's like one of those prank boxes you would get, at Christmas.
That's actually probably where the value in this thing would be.
Yeah.
It's that someone thinks they've acquired.
Is there a Jaguar? I don't know anything about the Jaguar. I played one for like 40 seconds once or whatever. Tempest 2000. Is there flashcards? Like, is there a way to burn ROMs? Like, could they get Doom 2 homebrew?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's actually so one of the owners of the Atari IP over the years released basically, I won't say they made the Jaguar open source, but they released like the dev kits and source code and basically said, we don't care if you want to make homebrew games for this thing. I think it was when Hasbro owned them, perhaps. So there is a very big homebrew scene for the Atari Jaguar. I've kind of debated it myself because it's hardware-wise, it's, again, Jaguar fans probably don't want to hear this, but it's very, very close to the Sega Genesis, hardware-wise.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a particularly advanced system. So we have a tie. So Zach and Will are tied at 2 wins apiece. I'm going to open up this next item. This is one of my favorites. I just got to remember which screen I have.
I think I'm going to go at 0.
So, in parentheses, hinge is sloppy. PS1, LCD screen, interact, mobile monitor. So this is tested, and my only findings was that the hinge doesn't lock into place. You got to prop the screen up on something. Cosmetically has scratches, nicks, and marks. Screen shows a lot of scratches. Screen does have a shadow you can see on dark colors. Fast and free shipping. So this is an off-brand mini LCD monitor for the PS1, the miniature PlayStation 1.
That has a list of things wrong with it.
A very long list of things wrong with it. It is almost completely non-functional.
Only a long list.
Yeah.
Only these things. I'll note the seller looks to be some sort of resale shop. Bingham's Collectibles, 99.9% positive feedback. They don't say shipping, free expedited shipping. So if you're concerned about that, it is free. So I don't know, have any of you ever purchased like an LCD screen for one of these systems? I have a GameCube LCD screen. The thing's awesome.
I had a friend
I wanted one.
I had a friend that was a security guard that worked at like an overnight security guard, and he had the PS1 with the PS1 screen, and he said it was like the best like time of his entire life. So I heard good things about it, but I don't think this is the same one. I think this is the
this is an off-brand.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. Coincidentally, I worked at a job where I had to go into like 10 o'clock one night. Like we had some sort of production issue and my internet at home was too slow to deal with it. So I go into the office, I'm badging in at like 10 o'clock at night, and they're like, "Oh, you're Hugh Johnson." I'm like, "Yeah, it's me." They're like, "Oh yeah, we play the games on your desk all night." I had a bunch of like, handheld, football and that kind of stuff, like the old stuff from the 70s. I just had a pile of that stuff on my desk at work, and I found out the night guards had been sitting at my desk playing it quite often. Which explained why the batteries were constantly dead. All right, so Zach, as the winner of the last round, you get the honor of taking the first shot at this one.
All right. I'm just gonna wing it at $199.99.
$199.99. All right, and second, last time was Will.
I was gonna say 200, but now I'll say 250.
Go ahead.
250. 250.
250. All right. And let me look at my math here. Oh, Rob was off by
$1,000.
$1,000. Okay, so John, you were next.
I think my instincts tell me to go low on this one, so I'm gonna say $49.99.
$49.99. And Rob,
I'll do $99 on this one.
$99. $99 and just $99?
Sure.
I guess the cents
yes.
don't matter All right, so I will share this right now with everybody. They are asking for this broken thing $79.99.
That means I'm finally on the board,
Wow.
right?
All right.
You're on the board.
Woohoo.
I feel like I should have included the second picture in this auction where you can see that some sort of animal has clearly clawed up the monitor.
Hence the scratches.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. That's lovely.
I don't know if this is a bad... I mean, it is a bad price for it. People sell this new, though, for like... As you can see, like the Sony brand one is like $120, $130.
The third picture kind of looks like a closed toilet lid.
Yeah. Well, it may have been used for that also, judging by the condition.
Maybe.
So good luck with this one. All right.
Note to any possible eBay seller, just don't use the word sloppy at all.
It's not a good
It's
one.
not a good word, yeah.
Hinge is liberated.
Yes.
Honestly, I thought he was making... I thought this is weird. Like, there's a dating app called Hinge, right? I thought he was complaining that he tried to sell this on Hinge and it didn't work or something. So I couldn't quite figure out what he meant by that. Not that I'm an expert on dating apps, but I'm aware that there is one with that name.
It sounds to me like that name would be ironic more often than not.
Yeah. I'll ask
if you think retro gaming is a big scam, as a single person, the dating apps are like a ginormous scam. If you ever have the misfortune to have to use one ever again, they're just like really bad. They're constantly trying to upsell you. I feel like you're in the lobby of Fortnite. You got to buy credits if you want to see the girl who liked you, and it's really, really, really bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and I assume you have like fake profiles and bots and all that kind of stuff too.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like, hey, I like you. What's your social insurance number? It's like,
See for social security number of neighbors.
Yeah. I definitely don't envy anyone who has to date in this century. It sounds miserable.
yeah.
I'm
going to the next item. So,
Okay.
as I mentioned on the show, my wife is a collector of Star Wars merch, and we in our house every year have a Star Wars themed tree. So I constantly have searches going for Star Wars Christmas ornaments that she doesn't own yet. And this last one is the Hallmark SD San Diego Comic-Con IG-88 in Dengar ornament set from 2011. So for people at home, Dengar is the Star Wars figure that I always refer to as Head Injury Man. And IG-88 is the robot that is in the Baby Yoda show.
Yeah.
He was in the N64 game too, right? Shadows of the Empire.
I think so.
He's the coffee
Believe.
percolator.
Yes.
Yes. So this is an exclusive Hallmark San Diego Comic-Con ornament set from Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Neither piece has been displayed. The box is not perfect, and it does show creases. Due to the high value of this item, eBay requires signature confirmation. Price is firm. I will note the seller has a feedback of 310 total, 100% positive, and it is free shipping.
That probably does preclude a $20 bid.
I don't know what the minimum is for eBay requiring signature confirmation.
I didn't
All right,
even know
John.
that was a thing.
Yes,
Right?
I didn't either. I did not know that either. So yes, there's these are from the list of ornaments I'm not going to be purchasing probably. This is like if I won Powerball, maybe I would think about it. All right, John, you get the honor of going first.
Well, then I'm going to go ahead and say $2,000.
$1,000. All right, who was next closest last round? That would be Rob.
I'll go $500.
$500. And then next up, Will is next.
I'm gonna go $1.
$1. All right.
'Cause I just don't know. There's too many signs, too many red flags. Price is firm. Signature required. I don't know.
All right.
I
Zach, you were
I
last.
should go $2 just to screw Will. But I think all the red flags, I'm buying into it. What's the high bid right now?
2,000.
2,000? All right, I'm gonna go 3,000. I think it's way higher, but
You think it's way higher than okay. So I will share this. Actual firm price for these ornaments, $1,400.
Wow.
Wow.
I feel like I've bought something off of eBay for that much before, not required signature.
I just looked, and it says $750 or more is signature required, and that's just the policy. How do they force that? Like, they're not shipping it for you. But that might be like they won't protect you or something at that point.
I don't know. According to the back of the box, there were only 1,000 of these issued, and all 1,000 of them are on eBay if you look around.
Collecting is money laundering now, right? Is that like we're all like in agreement? Sort of what it turned into. It's like you get your Monero, you cash it out, you buy a bunch of PlayStation 2s and boxes, and that's how they...
Yeah. This is pretty nice, though. It's not worth $1,400.
But now we're stuck because we have a tie between people who've won, between Zach and Will. So I think I could go to one of my backup items. I just have to figure out how they both send me the price without the other one knowing, and then whoever gets closer wins. That's what I'm thinking. I think that's the fair way to settle that.
Sudden death.
You know, on Rochambeau for it.
Yes. I will say that in terms of who is off by the most, because this won't change. We do a tiebreaker between Zach and Will. Total, though, Zach is off by the most. All bids, $1,000.
I think I blew it on that last one.
$97. It was that, yeah.
I should have gone really high to really secure that second place win.
And then John is off by a total of $1,433.65. Rob
right.
is off by a lean $778.62.
But I have no wins.
And you have no wins. And Will is definitely nailed it. $761.38 total amount off.
I thought you had a win, Rob. I thought we both did.
I don't think so.
Rob did not. No, the closest Rob came was on ECW Anarchy Rules. I'm looking at my backup items. I have a couple backup items, and some of them are basically... which of these looks more interesting? Oh, the pill. Well, when he's expired. Okay. All right. So I'm going to real quick go to one of my backup items, and we will... how can you guys send me the your bids without the other one knowing? This as you know, I have a weird fascination with PSP UMD movies. PSP UMD video movies, lot of 19 sealed and 2 opened, 1 PSP game sealed. So this is 19 movies that are sealed, 2 that are opened, The Incredibles and National Treasure, plus 1 game called Frantics. And this is an assortment of 90s movies mostly. I see Shaolin Soccer, Hollow Man, Armageddon, The Rock, King Arthur, The Crow, Reign of Fire, Tron, obviously not Hostage, Kill Bill Volume 2, looks like. Lost, Parts 1 and 2, Clerks, Hitch, Sin City, and so on. To give you an idea of what kind of movies these are. And I'll allow people to go over, but on this one, if you send me, who wants to go first?
Hey, Will can go first.
For the tiebreaker.
Take off my headphones. Somebody
Okay.
give me a thumbs up when I can put my headphones back on.
Okay.
I'm thinking, like, I'm empathizing with the eBay seller going in their shoes. This guy's going like $10 a game. That sounds reasonable, right? Even though it's like super unreasonable. I'm gonna say $200.
All right. Zach,
You can put the headphones
Yeah.
back on.
All right.
All right. Now it's time for you to take your
Yes.
earbuds off.
Okay. I have
He
no
can hear-
idea.
He can
Oh,
hear what Zach did. That's
Well,
fine.
I guess yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah,
I have
okay.
no idea what a PSP UMD video movie goes for. I gotta think it's probably not a lot, and that they want to get rid of the whole lot in one go. I'm gonna give it a $49.
$49. Well, I will tell you that I believe, let me double check here, that we have an exact bid. They are asking exactly $200.
Whoa, nice,
Zero cents.
Whoa.
nice.
I think this is my calling in life to be an eBay reseller.
Yeah.
And that's your math checked out. They're asking $10 per thing in the lot.
That is like when you everybody in this chat looks for stuff all the time, even though and you start to understand the rationale of the seller. And that what I just did was like the rationale of the seller. He probably actually thinks Hinge by Will Smith is actually worth $10 on a UMD, even though it's e-waste.
Yeah, that's the exact logic. And then if anyone's curious, I had a bunch of other variants of other things that I had on the show. This someone bought.
Yeah, if you've
one-
actually watched a UMD movie, they will literally remove scenes from the movie to fit it. I had one, it came with my PSP, and yeah, I was like, this is missing a lot.
Yeah. First of all, there's many movies I would prefer to watch in that format. But some of these other backgrounds, like this one I was thinking of using, this lot of 50 PSP games random. They only wanted like $20 for this, and someone bought it. More of these. This is a flat out broken one. But you can see this one is another crazy one. Nintendo GameCube kiosk, controller arm and bracket only. I think they wanted like, I forget what they wanted for this one. I already closed my spreadsheet, but this was another crazy one. Anyhow, there we go. So Will has completely dominated this one, to be blunt.
Nice. Good
Thank
job.
you. Thank you,
Good
everybody.
job. Way to bring in the new year.
Yes.
Yes.
And I guess since Will is the champion, if they want to hear more of your thoughts
is
on
this the-
dating apps and video games.
Oh
what
yeah,
can you
this is
do?
the plug. We're focusing on video now, because like there was a time when I think everybody was listening to podcasts, and mine in particular, like was like a roller coaster that didn't go back up. So I was like, hey, let's just focus on videos, and the shorts seem to be doing pretty good. So we're just kind of trying to focus on shorts. So if you go to Linktree/Frenchpet, there's a link to our YouTube Shorts page and our TikTok and our X, Twitter, whatever it's called. Yeah,
Whatever it's called.
I'll
yes.
put links in the notes for everybody too.
Yes.
appreciate it. It's like it's a show where I use everything I learned from the Vince McMahon School of Heels,
Yeah.
and I play like an exaggerated character of like the biggest jerk that you could possibly imagine. Like the Tommy Tellerico video, oof.mp3 or whatever. I was like taking notes. I was like, I gotta say this thing Tommy Tellerico said in the next episode. Yeah, so if that's your kind of thing, if you like angry video game nerd or whatever, that's sort of what we're doing.
But it's not how you actually are. It's a character.
No, I would hate having to hang out with that person or whatever. It's just like exaggeration. It's like you let the intrusive thoughts get in, and you're like, this is the most paranoid, narcissistic thing I could possibly imagine a person saying. It will be funny if you record it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I like the thought of it being not just a Vince McMahon character, but like a Vince McMahon promo. Like, when he actually would do his Mr. McMahon character, which is probably not too far off of his real personality, as I understand.
When you look at sort of like the Andrew Tates of the world and the Alex Joneses and stuff, they're all just heels. They're just like, it's either Ric Flair, like Andrew Tate stole Ric Flair's gimmick, jet flying, limo riding, right. Steely wheelie dealy son of a gun. So I feel like that's sort of a good angle to kind of go if you're trying to make internet content.
But he did not steal Ric Flair's hairline, unfortunately for him. John, if people want to hear from you.
Well, I do. Well, Hugh and I do Nerd Noise Radio Channel 2. I do Nerd Noise Radio Channel 1. Hugh occasionally does Channel 1. It's video game music podcasts. You can find us wherever podcasts are sold. I just this morning finished writing the script for my half of our Channel 1 Best Of, and so I don't think I'm going to get it out by the end of the year, though, because the only way I could do that is if I just blow off my family at the holidays. So I think we're going to go into 2024. I was recently diagnosed with autism and ADHD, so I'm going to be starting an Oddie HD vlog called Oddie HD, different spelling. Zach will get that in the show notes and stuff. But yeah, that's what we do. And
Robert, Zach, thank you for joining us and for all the work on the podcast.
Actually, I got a announcement. I'm going to be starting a podcast now that Will has pointed out that nobody listens to podcasts anymore. Starting a podcast is going to be called Absolutely the Best Podcast, a Work in Progress. And I'm hoping to have the first episode ready by the time this drops so that this isn't an empty plug.
What's the
Nice.
what's the content?
And so I had so many ideas. I had to narrow it down. It's me and a buddy talking about the MCU movies and ranking them as they go through. Now that everybody's tired of MCU movies, it's time for a podcast about it.
You'll make it work. Don't worry.
You'll have to make sure you let all of us know when it's ready so we can go check it out.
Oh, absolutely. And if it goes well, I mean, I have so many ideas that I have all these notes. I'm like, I could do this with Will. I could do this with Rob. I could do this. Hughes would be good for this. John would be good for this. So, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
All
right.
And maybe it might be 2 episodes done, or maybe it'll take off. Who knows?
But is it done in the style of like a Jim Cornette promo?
Well, if Will is on it.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop recording. Thank you, everybody, and Happy New Year to everybody who's listening.
And
thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Before you guys go, I want to thank you guys for your podcast because I love listening to your podcast. It's like I know like the retro gaming market is like very saturated right now, but you guys are very original and do your own thing, and you don't try to be anybody else.
We don't try. You could have ended the sentence there.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Low effort is how I go through life.